Uja. Uja, Uben Nefer. Good rising and great awakenings, and welcome to today's offering of Cosmic Chimes and Chanting for the Dogon SiriusRising New Year, which begins on September 10th. So for the past 3 days, we've been having these offerings. For each day, there's a different deity. The first day was Asar, then Haru. Today is Set. Tomorrow is Aset, and then on Monday is Nebuchadnezzar, and then the new year starts on the 10th. Let's see if I can get in this picture here. So today is the offerings for Set, and when I was getting ready to go live, I realized that this calendar from the Earth Center is a devotional offerings calendar. It's not one of the celestial or astrological events that I usually do the chimes and chanting for. So tomorrow I will be in the devotional offerings for Aset and Nebuchadnezzar. So it took me a while to figure out if I should change the setup and do that, but I decided to go forward. So today, instead of saying Dua Set, I would just say Hena, which means and Set. And I will just do the self-care and sound healing, and I will say the devotional chants for the next 2 days. So, and then this morning I did not wake up in time to see Sirius at Ride and Rise. I was out for Frequency Friday yesterday, and I guess I was super tired, so I didn't do it. But tomorrow I will be there for the sunrise, for the Sirius rising. And I will take my instruments for the devotional offering, not the Cosmic Chimes and Chanting. Okay, so we're going to start with the singing bowl, which is for the root chakra, tuned to G. And I'm just going to start with Om. And if you need more information on why I'm doing this or about the calendar, please refer to the introductory video so I don't spend a lot of time talking. And today is day 3 of the observance for Sirius rising. And I have the tones for the Dog Star rise, the Great Dog constellation, Aset representing Sirius, Asar representing Orion, and then I have Set because it's the 3rd day, and then I have this tone for grounding. And tomorrow I will be here with the devotion. So I'm going to start with the grounding and opening the way with this beautiful crystal bowl, and I'm going to go counterclockwise to open things. So now we come to the Cosmic Chimes. Each one of these chimes is tuned to a different frequency, and I recently attained the Solfeggio frequencies. And in the near future, I'll be releasing a book that has the frequencies and their Notarian correspondences, so you can bring this to your sound healing. And then the hat I have here is representing the mud cloth of the Dogon, which was used for their Sirius calendar. Oh, what's going on over here? Oh, okay, someone is accusing me of devil worship on YouTube. Okay. Well, Set was one of the deities created by Nut during these 5 days, according to the Dogon calendar, and then the Nigerian calendar, Kemetic calendar, in July. They kind of are on Sirius rising. And in the tradition of the ancient African Kemetic tradition, Set represents the ego and egoism. And that is where the whole concept of Satan and hell came from. So it's not really Satan worship or devil worship, it's just acknowledging ego. And that's what took me a while to come on today. It's because I'm not trying to adore the ego. However, I believe that part of the reasons we have all this egoism in the world today is because we don't talk about it. We don't treat it. That part of the reasons we have all this egoism in the world today is because we don't talk about it. We don't treat it. That part of the reasons we have all this egoism in the world today is because we don't talk about it. We don't treat it as a cosmic force of nature. It does happen. And that's when I realized this work. Anyway, you have a great comment. It's the ego, and we have to learn how to defeat the ego. And that really is the teaching. It teaches how to defeat our ego and how to respond when we see it in others. And that really is the problem, because in this society, the ego is really just vanity and pettiness, but it doesn't go into the other aspects of the ego, which is jealousy. The fetters of Set: jealousy, hatred, lust, anger. And then I had to learn self-ignorance, self-betrayal. When we don't love ourselves, not loving the self is egoism. Being shy and timid and remaining silent is egoism. Because we're cosmic forces of nature also, and we need to be able to stand for Ma'at, to fight for Ma'at, to live by Ma'at. And that's what's missing, forces of nature also, and we need to be able to stand for Ma'at, to fight for Ma'at, to live by Ma'at. Worship egoism. And that's why they worship Satan. But people have to learn that Satan is just the ego, and it lives in the mind. And this society teaches you to listen to your brain, listen to your mind, and we need to open up to the infinite mind. And that's what's wrong with the world today. And so I'm going to go ahead with the Cosmic Chimes and chanting and self-care. And I hope you benefited from that rant or teaching or preaching session. I'm going to go ahead and start with the chimes and chanting for the Dogon SiriusRising Day 3, where we honor Set. Not that we're worshiping Set, but acknowledging it and learning how to defeat the ego. Because we don't want to kill the ego, we don't want to destroy the ego, because the ego has a purpose to protect the royal personality, to protect creation, to protect the boat of Ra. You've seen images of, I don't have one around me, of the boat of Ra. Set is at the front of the boat, protecting the day. And only when Set gets overcome by his own ego, then we really have problems. When Set realized he could never defeat Heru because his mother is divine intuition, that's when he stopped fighting. It wasn't because Heru was stronger than him. It's because he knew he could never beat Set. He could never beat divine intuition. He could never defeat Sirius. So it all comes together when you have the right keys. And I got my set of keys from Dr. Muada Ashby, Say by Ma, at the Egyptian Yoga Temple of Shatau Neter, Temple of Aset. That's where I got my set of keys. And now I have my own boat. Everyone has their own boat. I have this diagram. When I'm doing the chanting with the chimes, visualize yourself as the seated goddess or queen. I don't like the term queen because queens need servants. We're gods and goddesses. And you have the deities here to assist you. And in this, here we have Nebuchadnezzar with the base upon her head. It's the inverted throne. Aset has a throne. Aset's the goddess of intuition. Nebuchadnezzar is the goddess of mortality and our physicality. And then here, this represents you, the god or goddess. And don't say, oh, it's a goddess, I get it. No, it represents you. And then you have the goddess Ma'at and the goddess Heteru. So gods and goddesses worship you too. It's dual. It's not just you always worshiping the deities. They need us too. Nebuchadnezzar needs us to have these experiences. But that's why I realized this is a devotional world music session, not a cosmic chimes and chanting session. I'm going to get back to the chimes and the sound healing. But thank you so much for your comment. I'm sure that that's not the response you were expecting, but I appreciate it. So as I mentioned before, I'm not going to be saying do aset. I was saying henna. So I'm acknowledging my ego, but I'm not going to worship it. Because I'm learning to control the egoism within me. So I'm not ignoring it, I'm not trying to kill it. I just want to defeat it by remaining seated on my inner throne, not being moved, which protects the divine soul, universal soul. Here we go. spiritual obstacles of righteousness. I lead you on the way to the halls of my heart and to a sound. I am discernment. I know the difference between the real and unreal. I am a sage. I am subject. I am salted, subdue and sent. I am the dawn star and Sirius. I am rising consciousness. I am divine intuition. I am healer and rescuer, reconstitutor, protector, nourisher. I'm the mother of divine wisdom. I am a star, universal soul. I am your cosmic soul. I rule in eternity. I am transformation, rebirth, life and death, eternal life. I was saved by divine intuition. I was deceived by my mortality. I was defeated by my ego. I survived my life on earth, and now I rule in eternity. I am a star, universal soul. I am your soul. And send God of ego, mistakenly known as Satan and the devil, which do not exist. I set out to reclaim what should have been mine, was never mine. I tried to destroy your royal aspirations. I was defeated by divine intuition, again and again. I am dead. I am the earth. I am earth on every planet. I am structure, order, security, protection. When I separate from my love, goddess new, For the next segment of the journey, this is the part where you visualize yourself on your boat. And there's a place at the Temple of Hetaru on the stairwells going up and down. We're going up to the upper deck for the festivals. They have engraved in stone the deities, the Netaru, our celestial ancestors, going up the stairs, carrying their baskets of offerings, and then going downstairs, descending the stairs. It's amazing. So just visualize them coming into the space or on your boat, fueling your journey through life. And again, instead of saying do I set, I'll be saying hen I set. So I don't want to adore my ego, I want to defeat my ego, but I want to acknowledge it. So I'll just say and set, not do set. Do on poo, do on poo, do on poo, do on poo. Do I set, do I set, do I set, do I set. Do a subdue, do a subdue, do a subdue, do a subdue. Do a sar, do a sar, do a sar, do a sar. And I said, and I said, and I said, and I said. Do I give, do I give, do I give, do I give? Nupu on poo, nupu on poo, nupu on poo, nupu on poo. Nupu sub dead, nupu sub dead, nupu sub dead, nupu sub dead. Nupu I said, nupu I said, nupu I said, nupu I said. Nupu asar, nupu asar, nupu asar, nupu asar. And I said, and I said, and I said, and I said. Nupu geb, nupu geb, nupu geb, nupu geb. Nupu an poo. Nupu sab Nupu I said, Nupu a song, and I said, Nupu gave, fun. I really did not want to stop. I could have kept going. That was awesome. Okay, so during that one, I started thinking, well, maybe it is appropriate to take the chimes out. It is Sirius rising. It is a celestial event. I just don't have to get into the devotion of, like yesterday, I started offering devotional chants. And I don't know if you were here yesterday, but when I said I was going to do the devotion, I started to feel like nauseous. And I couldn't figure out why, but it's because they're distinct. I'm not supposed to mix them. I may not, yeah. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow about bringing the chimes out, because it's so fun to play the chimes. I haven't actually played the chimes that often at night, so it might be a whole different experience. So we'll see, but at least now I know the difference. Okay, so now we're going to, I'm going to do some sound healing with some of my other instruments. And then I'll do the self-care. Well, I usually do those after the self-care. So I'm going to bring the camera down to earth and do some self-care in alignment of this holy day. I guess it's just weird to not be doing devotion offerings at this time. It also feels weird not to be doing the celestial sound healing offerings. Let this spirits decide. See some comments there. My glasses. I think I took them. Yeah, I don't have my glasses. Okay. Let's see. Oh gosh. Oh, sorry. If you were called to this live, it's up to say connection is here. To be serious. I would say so. She asked if she was called to be on this live. Would you say there's a connection to Sirius? Yes, I would. I would say so. I'm glad you're here. I first became connected to Sirius in my consciousness way back in 1988. 1987, 1988, around that time. That was what they were calling the harmonic convergence. And I just been in love with Sirius ever since. Like, yeah. I have several songs about Sirius. And I finally got the chime that corresponds to Aset and Sirius. So, I mean, it's really up to you. Do you feel like you have a connection to Sirius? Yeah, I think at one time we all knew of our connection to Sirius. I'm not talking about like necessarily past lives or did we come here from Sirius. I'm just talking about the energy of Sirius and what it represents. Because there is that too. There is that we came from Sirius, our ancestors came from Sirius, or I was on Sirius before. There's a lot of ways to be connected to Sirius. So I guess that's up to you. Let's see what's here. And I want to acknowledge my sister Natira, who's always showing me love when I go live. I really do miss going live. I think I stopped doing the devotional offerings when my harp was stolen. And yesterday was the first time I made a live stream devotional offering using my harp and my drums, and then that's when I realized that, I just don't combine them. But I will start again doing the devotional offerings. But today we're going to do sound healing in honor of this event. The calendar comes from the Dogon tradition, which is very serious, and that's how I first found out about Sirius, and that's what led me to Aset when I learned that Sirius represents Aset and Orion represents Asar. That's what led me to my Kemetic studies. But at the time, I was learning about Sirius and the different indigenous pyramid cultures of the world, and then that just took over my whole life. I'm still on that journey. I haven't been to the Cahokia Mountains yet for some reason. I'm like a train ride away. And I digress. Okay, so I have here the tuning forks for this event. I have the tones for Mars, which corresponds to Sirius. Set. I have the tones for Asar and Aset and Anpu. And then I have Geb for grounding. And the way it works is even when I'm doing self-care on myself, the universe doesn't recognize the difference between time and space. So it's like I'm doing work on you, and you'll receive some of the benefits. And so now I start with grounding, and I usually just do the 3 treasures. I might try to do some of the extraordinary vessels. And I'm determined to start teaching classes soon. So I'm going to start with grounding on the feet, on the balls of the feet. And you can go along with this, like you can use bones for healing, or pressure. You can just mirror what I'm doing. Anytime you're working on your feet, unless you're on a pressure point, anywhere on the feet is right. Let me see if I have my, this will be fun to do. I brought my pendulum. So after I do the 3 treasures, I'll do a chakra reading for the group and see which chakras we need to work on. The 3 treasures are the kidney point. This is 4 inches below the belly button, and that's where your purpose is. So the 3 treasures are supposed to help you identify your purpose or get grounded in your purpose. And then the heart, when we go to the heart chakra, or the Arit, this is my Kemetic name, Arit. So that your desires are always in alignment with purpose. And then the first eye is always where your thoughts, where the mind resides, where the ego resides. So your thoughts are always focused on your purified desires and your purpose. And when I say purified desires, I mean that your heart is always light as a feather. You don't have anything weighing you down or making you feel a certain way that you don't want. So putting it on this point in your belly button, you could put your hands there and just visualize yourself getting this treatment, but knowing that you're benefiting from this self-care session. So I'm going to do Anpu and Aset. And if you're familiar with the legend, it was Anpu that was helping Aset find the pieces of Asar, his dad. I mean, this whole trouble began because Nebuchadnezzar, who will be honoring Monday, physicality seduced the soul and gave birth to the discernment on Pooh, and that's what angered Set to go out and kill his brother, try to kill his brother, the soul. But the divine intuition, along with the help of discernment, was able to find the pieces and put them back together with the help of Nebuchadnezzar, the one that seduced him in the first place. And they brought him back to life. You know, I think about that, how they had to work together, even though I'm sure Set was furious over everything. Whenever I think I'm angry, I can only imagine. Okay, so I'm going to do the 3 treasures for divine intuition and discernment, opening the way, removing obstacles to trusting our intuition even. Because we all have it, but we don't always listen. This is an interesting combination representing Asar or Orion and Set, representing the 3rd day of this 5 days of observance of when Nut gave birth to these 5 deities of Asar, Heru, Set, Aset, and Nebuchadnezzar. It's basically the story of the Lion King. It even has Jehudi the baboon. I mean, when they rip off these ancient legends or mysteries and myths, you know, and then people don't have the opportunity to know where they came from, it's really a travesty. Tragedy. See, I think I got some comments over here. Okay. Yeah, I don't have my glasses, so I can't really see, and the sun is... I'm not very good at engaging with the audience when I'm doing these. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Oh, okay, I see it now. Well, I think I'd rather have a conversation when I'm not doing this, because I can't really see the comments that well. So I would ask you to, well, I guess the comments will show up. Yeah, the comments will show up, and after it's over, I'll go back and answer. Is that okay? Okay. That's what I would prefer to do. So this is about us being triumphant over the ego with our help of our divine intuition and our royal aspiration. It's the sun, Heru, that redeems the soul from the fate worse than death. I think when I'm doing these, I should have my computer set up so I can actually read better. Okay. I'm still in the musician mode, and to me, I'm giving a concert for everyone, and then I stop in the middle of it and have a conversation. So I'm not really good at live streaming. I need to have some sessions where I'm just there to answer questions. That's what I really need to do. All right, and then I will do extraordinary vessels. I think I can reach them. Yeah, I can do this one and this one. Okay. Okay, so extraordinary vessels are points from Chinese medicine and acupuncture. They're not connected to an organ like the meridians are, but they're connected to a habit or personality or a trait or a characteristic or an ancestral imprint. It's more energetic. So I'm just going to randomly choose something here. Oh, this is interesting. This is an Anpu and Sect. So of course egoism felt like this should have been his son, and it wasn't. It was his brother's son. So that's why he went after him. But this is to open the way to releasing egoism in ourselves and opening the way for our ego to be defeated and controlled and our source of protection rather than desperation. So. This is the Chong extraordinary vessel. I don't have all the names memorized. Let's see. You could just look up extraordinary vessels. And here's a diagram. Let's see it better. Oh, the microphone's caught in the shadow. The description of Chong. Moving qi energy between the kidneys, intergenerational patterns, treats cellular memory, genetic disorders, inherited traits, substance abuse, digestive center, opening point, the spleen, difficult issues, difficult to digest. Grandparent, grandchild, ancestral imprinting, clears both muscle memory and cellular memory. Trauma, PTSD. It's my go-to, I always do this one. Cellular memory, old trauma. Kidney, reproductive issues, prostrate issues, menstrual issues, neutral space between the kidneys. Can use all intervals. What feels right in the moment. That is my go-to. And then we're going to do Aset and Asar. Or Orion and Sirius. Then are rising shortly before the sun, like 4 a.m. That's why it's been difficult to get out there. And then for the other pair, let's do, I don't really have any major complaints right now. That's a good one though. Trying to find the ones that are easy to reach. So that one and this one. This one I chose to do is called the Yin Kiao Mai. This one down here. Yin Kiao Mai. And Yin Kiao Mai. Sleep disturbances, atrophy of inner leg, edginess on computer, too much TV, pain behind the eye, quells fear from deep-seated fear of abandonment, depression, introvert, isolation. Inner ankle, this one, no, this one. Let's do, which one haven't I done? Oh, I've done this one. Okay, so this would be Anpu and his father Asar. Let's see, I kind of get mixed up here. It's like playing Twister. Let's see, I can't reach that. No, I can't reach that. set and set. And there was that one time in the legend where she was helping Haru defeat Set, and Haru kept letting his ego get in the way of him trying to defeat his ego. And so I Set, what did she do? She defeated Set and then helped him because she wanted Haru to defeat him. So the universe wants to make sure we get our lesson. Let's see. I'm really confused here. Okay, there we go. Alright, then we go into the high frequency tones. Intuition defeats the ego. Trusting your intuition. But your own ego cannot defeat the ego. And others, like when you're getting into a conflict with someone, you can't let your ego come out because their ego is out. Yeah, there's so many lessons within the teachings. It's really amazing. They're so beautiful. Right, now the grounding part. I've got some other toys here I want to play with. Usually we put these right on the body. No, can't do that. I've never been able to. I can do it with that crystal ball, but oh, there we go. Wow, I didn't know I could do that. This is the first time I've been able to do this with these metallic bowls. It's a big day. Like I say, usually I just put them on the body. Yep. So this must just be that middle bowl. So this is Geb, structure, stability, security, connected to the earth through sound. Have you all been hearing about the Tartarian bells? The bells that they found all over Turtle Island, cracked. How there was actually people that went around breaking the bells because they used to be really powerful sound healing tools. Like, you know, they don't have the little ringers in them anymore. And then they just went around and cracked the ones here. And now you can only make a bell with the crack. I saw a video about that, but anyway. I'm thinking of putting my own little ringer inside the bells because I think that would be really special. And then these have the door jays attached to the top to draw in all the elements or directions into this healing. This little one. I don't think I have to explain what this one is. All right, well, that was awesome. All right, well, that concludes the Dogon SiriusRising Cosmic Chimes and Chanting self-care session for today. And we have 2 more days of this observance. We have Aset and Nebuchadnezzar. And today I was thinking maybe I should just go with the traditional devotion instruments out at the lake tomorrow. But I think once I'm there with the stars, I'm going to wish I had brought the chimes. So we'll see how I feel. But at least now I know there's a difference, not to mix the two. And if you want more information on the holy days of Nut, the 5 days in September, Sept is another name for Sirius. This is according to the Dogon Sirius calendar from the Earth Center. You can get their calendar at theearthcenter.org. And they also have a wonderful app that I use. And then if you were with me in July, we had the Natarian observance, 7 holy days. When Sirius begins to rise, this is because when it starts to rise in July, it dawned on me to go out to the lake and try to observe Sirius when it was close to the sunrise. I didn't think about it until this holiday came up, and I haven't made it out there. So my goal is to get there tomorrow, so that means I need to get there at 3:30 a.m. And I'll go live either with the Cosmic Chimes and Chanting or the Cosmic Adoration, which is devotional music. And that's all for now. So if you'd like to make a contribution to Osmataji Temple of Divine Light Healing and Sweet Sounds, you can find my Cash App somewhere. Contribution to Osmataji Temple of Divine Light Healing and Sweet Sounds. You can find my Cash App somewhere. I'm at El, or you can visit the website lightbeingwellness.com/osmataji-temple, and be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and share. The live stream replay is posted on the Kinmatone's YouTube channel, and I'm really thankful that you are here with me today. Hatep, do a Hatep. I really learn a lot when I'm supposedly teaching others or making these offerings. Oh, your door was stolen. Oh, hopefully we can get them. We'll see. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Okay, and some invitations. So I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to do a live where it's just questions and answers, and I'll do that very soon. Maybe after this, the next 2 live streams, the next 2 days, I'll do one where I'm just answering questions, more like a talk show host instead of a musician. That's what I'm used to. I'm used to doing concerts. So, okay, we'll do a